Hi, everybody. Today we're talking about felting with absolutely incredible person and felt maker from New York, Omi. Hi, Omi.
Hi, Lena. How you doing today?
Good, thank you. What about yourself? How are you?
Doing fine.
Great. I love your surrounding. It's more printing around you and felt on top of you, a little shawl. Fantastic. Omi, why felting?
Felton feels good. That's my motto. Felting feels good. I love the feeling of the wool. I love the water. I love the soapiness. And I like to wear it. I like the way it looks on
Mm,
my body, how it adorns my home. I love to make pots, all kinds of things. It just feels good. There's no
mm.
other way to describe it. So people need to try it.
Got it. You're a professional felt maker now.
Yes, I would consider myself a professional. I've been doing it since 2008.
How that started?
Well, it started by a friend of mine treating me to a workshop. And before I tell the story, I just want to say that this is something that I constantly do now. Each time I do a workshop, I invite a person free of charge to come in and take part in the workshop so they can experience the joy that I feel so they can tell somebody else.
Got it.
But in 2008, I was taking care of my mother, and a friend of mine who was a medical doctor, she said, "You know, you're stressed out. I want to treat you to a workshop." And she treated me to two workshops. One was felting, but it was needle felting, which I do not like. And the other workshop was bead weaving, which I love to this day.
Hmm.
But the needle felting, we made little bowls, a bowl
Yeah,
necklace, and I was stabbing the wool and bleeding all over the place.
got
So
it.
I'm like, I don't think I like this technique because it's painful. My fingers were sore. But at the end of the workshop, the instructor had a table with her felted hats and flowers and scarves. And I'm like, you could do all of this with the wool? And she said, yes. I said, well, how come you didn't teach us how to do those things? She says, well, they paid me to teach you how to needle felt. So if you
Hmm.
want to learn how to do this other felting, get a group of friends together and this is my fee and I'll come and teach you. So my girlfriend, she got the group together, the teacher came, and we felted for the whole weekend. And we were making hats that weekend and flowers, felted flowers. And I remember the first time I made the hat and put it on my head and it fit. And I started shaping the hat and tweaking it. I remember looking in the mirror and I'm like, oh my God, I have arrived at what my passion is.
I
And
like it.
And then other women in the group, they said, could you fix my hat? Could you fix my hat? So I would just stand in front of them and fix their hat and tweak it. And I'm like, yes, this is it. So after the workshop was over, I went home and, I went and bought everything I needed. And the teacher contacted me about a month later and said, I'm putting together a book and I'd like you to be in the book. And I'm like, what? I just learned how to do this. So, but I said, it's a challenge and I got to do it. So she sent me the contract and she sent me the wool that she wanted me to use, but I didn't like the colors. So I went and got my own wool colors that I like the
Oh,
colors I'm wearing now.
yes.
And but the trick, not a trick, but the thing was that with this project, I had to write the instructions. I had never written instructions about how I create art because I just work spontaneously. So anyway, I made the hat with the colors I like. I wrote down the instructions and then I sent the hat to her, but I photographed the hat with a model to show different ways to wear it. So when she got the package, she called me. She said, what happened? I said, what do you mean what happened? She said, those are not the colors I gave you. She said, if you want to be in this book, you better use the colors I gave you. And I'm like, oh my God. Now I don't have inspiration. I'm just looking at these colors and they're not moving me. But anyway, she said, you better have this hat ready by the weekend. So that extra push got me going. So I wound up making the hat, but it was different from the original one I made. And I found a way how to write instructions from that particular project, because I set up a little of my iPad. I didn't have video camera at that time. I set up my iPad looking towards my hands. And so everything that I would do, the camera captured it. And when I would do a couple of maybe 15 or 20 minutes, I would stop the camera and I would write down what I saw my hands doing, because I could not imagine what my hands were doing just on my own. I needed a reference point.
Hmm.
And that's how I wind up writing what I saw my hands doing. And then in a language that people could understand.
Yeah,
So the book was published, and the book is called How We Felt. And the author, her name is Carol Cipher, and there's a lot of us other artists in the book. But then I just went on and on and on, felting everything I could.
got it. Do I understand correctly? 2008, you were at your, I can't say lowest point, but you had struggles in life, you had difficulties, and felting really helped you at that point to
Yes,
move
it was
forward.
a creative distraction, a healthy creative distraction that, again, felt so good.
Got it. And what do you do now? I understand, well, that's what I know about you, that you've been working with people who have either physical or mental difficulties, and you've been working with them, teaching them felt.
Yes,
Tell
because
us more.
everybody can hold the wool and add the water and rub. That's not hard to do. We're not asking them to make a garment. We're just asking them to feel and go through the process of creating something, whether it's a
Yeah.
flat piece or a three-dimensional piece. But I love working with, well, I work with two organizations that provide online and in-person workshops for people.
Hmm.
One of the organizations, we provide workshops to people who are in recovery from cancer. And a lot of them can come for physical classes, and then a lot of them can't. And so we do virtual for them. So not everybody participates in what I teach them. A lot of
Yeah.
people love just watching the process and the magic of the felt. They like seeing the roving from the beginning and then seeing a finished piece, a shawl or a scarf or a hat or a flower. So they enjoy watching the process, as well as those who can come to a physical class like
Yeah.
to feel the process.
Yeah.
But it's just so rewarding for people who would not have had a connection with felting to be able to present it to them. So I want to be an evangelist for felting. I want to spread the word. I want everybody to try it.
And that's what we've been doing together, creating communities, teaching. And you are a member of my club, Felt with Lena. The club I created, just like you. I want to spread love, felting, people to try, no matter where they are in
Yeah.
their journey. You're member of this community, Felt with Lena. Why you're a member? You are very experienced felt maker. What do you get being part of this community and learning from me, from my classes?
Well, I think I met your profile during the Zoom. Not during Zoom, but during the pandemic.
Oh, okay.
And that's when everybody was shut down and you needed a community to
Yeah.
connect with. And I must say that I am not, that's the only thing I'm grateful about the pandemic, that it brought about a world of connections with
Yes.
people who would have never met each other from
Hmm.
all over the world at any time of the day or night. So when I connected with you, I was very, very happy because I don't have that many friends who felt. Everybody wants to come and learn from me. I want to work with people who already do it too, because we have
Yeah.
so much to share from each other. So meeting you online was just a joy for me because it gave me a friendship. It gave me the connection with felting that I needed. And then when you started the club, that was really it for me. I was like very, very happy.
Got it. Yes. And we always have, well, we have different people from different countries, different levels. And when I discover somebody lives, America is a big country, but apparently, I mean, I don't know, 5 hours driving, it's not such a big distance for you like for us. So really, I'm always happy to direct students to you. I always say, just go to OMI, learn from OMI. Online is great, but having that opportunity to watch hands, to
Yes.
really see in this is great. How we work. So, anything else would you like to say about your Felton, about club?
I really, really enjoy the club, and I just love to hear how everybody shares their information.
Yes,
We learn so much from each other, and everybody does things differently. And so it's interesting to hear a new technique that someone is doing or a new product that someone has tried that we can all buy and use ourselves. So it's been very, very helpful to just be in an arena of people, like minded people who enjoy what we all do and what we all enjoy.
got it, got it. And you have a big garden, understand? It's
I have a big garden. If anybody knows about my garden, please come visit it. It's called Central Park.
yeah, got
And
it. That absolutely fantastic. That's where Omi lives, just opposite Central Park in New
yeah,
York.
so when I do my botanical printing, that's where I go to collect my leaves. I
Brilliant.
love the park. It's very peaceful. I haven't done any felting in the park.
Not yet.
Not
Not
yet. I have done other arts in the park. I've done weaving in the park, but I haven't done any felting in the park. But I got some news the other day that there's a section of the park called the Harlem Mere,
hmm
and they have concerts and they have a gift shop where some of my scarves are in, but they're going to open it up for the public. They're having a big, probably a reception, I hope, in April. And so I'm hoping that they will have workshops up there because I would love to do workshops in the park in the
Brilliant.
summer or the winter. Doesn't matter.
Perfect. Perfect. I hope people heard these announcements. Workshops in New York in Central Park coming with Omi. I might fly as well. That's my dream to come to New York. Omi, thank you so much for your time,
Thank you,
for
Lena.
your
This
generosity, what you bring to this world, to people, especially people who don't have opportunity, everyday opportunity to go and learn, and you come to their home, you come through their camera and teach them. So this is incredible. Omi, thanks again. Thank you. I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, Lena. Thank you.
Take care. Thank you. Bye. Bye.